Yes, everybody. Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Live from the broom cupboard, giving you today's Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Just a few things to mark your card this week. Tomorrow, lunchtime, it's the West Ham under 18s taking on Derby under 18s in the Premier League semi-final, Premier League Cup semi-final, live on YouTube on the West Ham YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out and cheer on the boys virtually. And then later on this week, obviously, we'll have our live shows. Um, we'll have the wrap up. We'll have Old School Hammers. Thursday night, we'll be having our first of our new show formats called Hammering One Out or Hammering It Out, probably, where we take a bunch of people and get their opinions about some Hammers hot takes. And you'll have the opportunity as well to vote in terms of them as well. So should be quite an interesting night, actually. Looking forward to it. We've got some good people on. Yeah, it should be fun. This morning I spoke about the changes to the potential changes to the summer transfer window with the Club World Cup and the effects that could have on West Ham, and also the 8-second rule for the goalkeepers bringing into effect next season. Although some people said it's like when you drop something on the food on the floor, you go, it's a 5-second rule. The 8-second rule, and so I had a good point about throw-ons. That should be the next thing that people look at, because those throw-ons can take a long time, can't they? Sometimes. And then all we do is just throw it to the opposition anyway. So, but the summer transfer window, how it could affect maybe some of the movement and some of the players have been linked to them. One of them is the Genoa defender, Cody Davinter. The reason why I said Cornet, the key to the Davinter deal, is obviously Cornet is currently on loan at Genoa, Patrick Vieira's Genoa, and doing bits, as the kids may say. He's been playing a lot of minutes, or a lot of minutes in comparison to what he has been playing. But we know that centre half is an area which Potter is going to be looking at quite as a matter of urgency, I think. And yeah, Cody Davinter is someone who he has looked at. That's according to Tutto Juve journalist Mirko Di Natale, who reported their interest in the Belgian earlier this week. AC Milan also see him as a potential replacement for Tomori. So it looks like Coney has a number of clubs across Europe that he could pick for in terms of his new destination. He may choose to stay in Italy and stay with AC Milan, which could open the door for West Ham to bring in Tomori potentially as not his replacement, but he would go to AC, and then AC would be looking to move on to Tomori, and West Ham obviously be linked with the 27-year-old centre back, former Chelsea centre back for a while. So and the way Cornet fits into this, so if there's a deal to be had with Cornet with Genoa, that it could be a money plus Cornet deal to bring in De Winter. So good player, Belgian international as well, and will definitely suit the Potter style of football. Definitely, and as we spoke yesterday, Dinoff potentially in the summer as well. So again, could be his replacement for Dino. Elsewhere, sticking with Serie A and sticking with one of our players. Now, we've spoken about the sort of emergence of Ollie Scholes and how that transition has seemed to have happened already now. Obviously, he started against Arsenal and he started against Leicester. 2 clean sheets as well for the former academy man in terms of Ollie Scholes. And so Emerson's not necessarily the forgotten man, but obviously as a consequence of Ollie sort of transitioning into the first choice left wing back at West Ham. Where does that leave Emerson? He's a 30-year-old Italian international. He's not, by what we're led to believe, looking for a move away, and instead, has come to terms with his situation and has set his sights on earning his place back in the side and proving to Potter that he's the man for the job, instead of sort of seeking a quick exit, which many players do once someone takes over their position, which isn't great. So, I mean, he hasn't admitted him from his plans. In fact, he's still in the squad. He's still in the start. He was in the starting lineup previously to the Arsenal game, and I believe he was the only player who started every game up until then who had been subbed or something like that under Potter. But according to reports, Juventus are already showing an interest in acquiring the former Chelsea man in the summer and are being put on red alert by his situation at West Ham. Roma are also interested in a move for their former player as well. So it wouldn't surprise me, and it's something we've spoken about before, Emerson taking a move back to Italy, and West Ham looking to sell while we've got some money for him in the bank for him, where we could get a decent fee for him. He's been a great servant for the club in recent years, and this is just, you know, not natural selection, but the what happens, a younger person takes over, and then Emmy goes off into the distance potentially. But obviously, we'll wait and see what happens in the summer. But he's one of the players who is on the list of potential outs for the club, as well as the likes of Dino, and obviously we've got a number of players out of contract as well, Danny Ings and people like that. Although, by what we literally believed, it seems that we may well be offering contracts to several of those guys who are coming to the end of their deals. Kress, we've spoken about, Fabianski potentially, Mikhail, and maybe even Vladimir as well. And I don't necessarily think we need him, in all honesty. Not being sort of sentimental, because I think sometimes we are too sentimental as a fan base. But from a business perspective, one of the big criticisms of West Ham squad by us fans is that we have one of the oldest squads in the Premier League. And yet when we talk about players, and I spoke about Kress, and there was a lot of people happy to give him a 12 months extension. He's one of the oldest players in the squad. So in the same way, we are quite sentimental with players. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, decisions have to be made quite early on, because it might be a case that we do start the transfer window at the 1st of June. And that's all follows on from what I was saying the other day, this morning, about the changes. One person who we are looking at as a guy we've mentioned about before is Jonathan David. In terms of a free transfer, the little striker, he has apparently is one of Potter's main targets this summer. And according to Sky Sports journalist Sasha Tavioli, he reported yesterday that Potter has made him his one of his priorities in the summer. Not his number one priority, but a priority. And we are looking to beat the likes of Barcelona and Arsenal to his signature. Plus, I know that a whole host of other clubs. His preference is apparently Arsenal and Barcelona. However, West Ham are the only one who have put in a concrete offer, apparently. He also, I think it was today or yesterday, there was an article that came out which pretty much said, once again, that he was rejecting all offers from contracts from Lille, and he's basically wants to move on. Now, according to reports, West Ham have put together a package for Jonathan David, including agents' fees, a long-term contract salary, and signing on fees, and also performance-based bonuses, which would put him in line to earn roughly £16.5 million if he signs for West Ham, much more than Barcelona can offer him. Although Davies' preference is a move to Barcelona and possibly Arsenal, West Ham are the only ones who have tabled a concrete proposal. And in fact, we're the only ones who've had these sort of discussions, have been reported to have these discussions. That's not saying he hasn't had discussions, and maybe sort of the opposite of concrete. Sort of tentative discussions with other clubs, but West Ham are believed to be the only clubs who have tabled a concrete offer for him. And again, he scored 21 goals and 9 assists this season for Lille in Ligue 1. I think what's interesting about Jonathan David is he's someone that we all know about. He's someone that we know he's out of contract, and yet we're the only ones who have put a bid in for him. So is he really on everyone's hit list? Is he really because you think some others would have tried to get an early March in there and getting quickly in terms of him signing a pre-contract agreement. I don't know. I'm sure it will come out in the wash. I'm sure, a team like Barcelona will gazump us in terms of what they could offer him in terms of signing for such a prestigious club. But in terms of money, we can offer him a far better deal. So then it's obviously, him. Sorry, I'm not looking at my mic again. It's up to him where he decides and his agent decides for him to go. But look, you can only but try. As I've said, if you don't buy a ticket in the fair, you'll never win a goldfish. So you've got to be in it to win it, my friends. And that's it. Thank you very, very much for your time, as per usual. If you're new and here, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out thesearebrand.com for latest news, reviews, and opinions. Also, don't forget to check out, we've got some live shows coming up tomorrow with Jamie and the old school with Budgie and Kieran, Old School Hammers. We've also got hammering one out. I haven't called, I thought I'm going to call it yet, but that's going to be quite fun. And then we'll have obviously the fun of the fest, getting ready for the Newcastle game. We'll have Ross Trudell, Cultaholic, big Newcastle fan, big football fan, friend of the channel. He'll be coming on over the weekend, and also we'll have the next series of why West Ham playing claret and blue. So we'll put that up probably on over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So that'll be fun, and then hopefully we'll have an ex-player interview happening this week as well. But we'll wait and see because he's gone quiet. He's up for it, but he's gone quiet. So Budden still carries on like a dog with a bone when that happens. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Come on, you bloody irons. Much love. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.